If you work with renters and want to pre-qualify them and capture their information all automatically so that you don't have to waste your time with all the leads that come through for a rental property, I'm going to show you how to create and use a chatbot inside of Facebook Messenger and Instagram to help expedite that process for you. I'm even going to show you how you can just download it on our website at realestatemessengerbot.com and how you can create it just following these steps here. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into ManyChat, which is the chatbot building software that we use, and show you exactly what has already been created as the template, but show you how to do it yourself if that's what you choose to do. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself smaller here. And this is the chatbot sequence that has been built inside of ManyChat. Now, essentially, it is, like I said, going to capture them as a lead and also ask them a few pre-qualifying questions so that you know if they're going to be looking for the type of property that you have for rent, or you can just capture them so you know what to look for the rentals. Also, another thing about this is that we try to push them into learning more about buying a home so that you can convert these renters into buyers. Most people that rent will eventually buy a home, so working with renters is not a bad idea to build that database and to help them find a home to rent, because down the road they might turn into a home buyer. So what is happening again in this sequence is basically when they come into the chatbot through Facebook Messenger, they can come in multiple different ways. They can come in through an ad that you might be running, a direct link that you share with them, or a QR code that you have somewhere, maybe on a postcard or wherever you're promoting this rental property, or just promoting a lead generation tool. The first question is, or the first response once they come in, and again, these are all editable. So if you are copying this or if you're downloading the template and using it, you can change up any of the words, any of the verbiage inside of the chatbots super simply inside of ManyChat. All you do is click on the message box, the text box, and edit anything you want. So the first message is, let's find you a rental property. Just answer a few questions for us so we know what kind of property you're looking for. Then right here is an action box. To add one of these action boxes, all you have to do is hit that plus, and then under logic you have the action boxes. For this we add a buyer tag, just because we have a whole buyer sequence inside of the real estate bot template that follows up with them, and it's similar to what the same type of information that a renter should receive, but also again we're trying to convert them into a buyer, so we're going to give them some buyer information as well. We mark the conversation as open, we set the messenger opt-in, and then we subscribe them to a follow-up sequence that again is built inside of the real estate bot template. But you can build your own sequences. I show that in another video, how to build your follow-up sequences. But we already have one built inside of the real estate bot template for the buyer qualification follow-up. The next question is going to be, when are you looking to rent? Well, I guess this is the first question. When are you looking to rent? We have a 1 second delay here. Shows that you're typing, making it look a little bit more natural instead of an automatic reply. That, you know, you can take that out, you can leave it in. It doesn't change much that's happening inside of the chatbot. And then for the questions, basically what we use are user inputs. When you click on user input, you have a box that you can type in the question, and then you can use quick replies to type in the responses that you want to give them. So when you're looking to rent a home, now 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months plus, and then the reply type for the user input is going to be multiple choice for these types of questions. And then you save that response, now 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months plus, as a custom field. And all you have to do is, if you are creating this yourself, all you do is click on it and type in new custom field, and you save it. And now you can go back to that data wherever you want inside of the chatbot to basically save it to use down the road in another part of the chatbot, or to send to you through an email notification. And then the other thing that is happening in here is that there's an option for if the contact has not responded. So if the contact has not responded within 2 minutes, basically we're going to send a follow-up message. So right here, after 2 minutes, if they don't click on one of these buttons, it's going to send a follow-up message that says, first name, it looks like you didn't finish answering the questions for us to help you find a rental property. Please select an option below so we can serve you to our best ability. So they can restart the questions. And basically, if they click that button, it's just going to go back to the first question. They can contact an agent, which goes to a phone number, or you can just add the phone number inside that button. And then, let me make myself smaller so I don't get in the way. Then they can click on contact an agent, schedule an appointment, which goes to an appointment scheduling flow, or you can just again, this is all connected inside the Real Estate Bot template, but you can just easily add a link to Acuity Scheduling, account, Calendly.com, any of those online scheduling links. So basically, every single one of these messages has a timer for 2 minutes. If they stop somewhere in between this flow, it sends them this message. So at any point, if they stop, we'll be able to follow up with them and try to re-engage them. And then the next questions, essentially, they're built up the same way with the user input, with the multiple choice, with the questions, and then saving it as a custom field. So if you want to create them, if you want to build this out yourself, you can look at this and just copy how it is and set it up. So we ask them what monthly price range they're looking in, how many minimum bedrooms, how many minimum bathrooms, what city are you looking in. So for city, since there's no quick replies down below it, we use a reply type as text instead of multiple choice. That way they can type in a response as opposed to clicking on it. We do this for the template. However, if you want to use multiple choice, and let's say you have 5 cities that you work in your area, your county, or whatever, you can put multiple choice and then add those cities in so that they can click on it. Just for setting up it as a template, as a downloadable template, this is the easiest way to do it for us. But again, essentially the same thing, either text and let them type it in, multiple choice, you enter in the cities and let them click on something. Save it as a custom field. How long are you looking to lease for? And then we capture their email and phone number. So here, what we have set up here is a little bit more complex than is needed if you're building this. We're basically trying to figure out if they've already come into the chatbot and given their email and phone number, and this condition checks it and it asks them a different question. If they have their email, says, can you confirm your email? And then it checks their phone number and does all this stuff. If you were just building this yourself, all you would need to do is go from the last message directly to this message here, where it is a user input and the reply type is email. So you're going to ask for what is your best email address, click or type your email below, and then have email as the reply type, and turn on the system field and set email opt-in. So that doing it as a reply type for email gives ManyChat the ability to check Facebook for their public email address and have it show up below this message. So sometimes, if it may not show up if they don't have it public or something like that, but that just makes the capturing the email and phone number, the same thing with the phone number, a little bit easier when they just have to click on the option below instead of typing out their entire email. So this saves it their email in the system field, which is basically it's more directly connected to their information than how long are they looking to buy, or when they're looking to buy, what price range. All that stuff is custom fields. It's just connected a little bit more permanently to their the system field is connected a little bit more permanently to their data so that you can save it in a different way. Don't worry about that. It's just slightly different. And then we subscribe them to follow-up. Again, that's all part of the template, but not necessarily something you need to do. We do have a follow-up message if they don't respond. and that's after 4 minutes of not responding. We ask them again for their email, but the next step is basically going to be asking them for their phone number. So again, a box, user input, reply type phone, ask the question, save it as a system field, set email or SMS opt-in, and then continue on to the last two steps, which is the notification step. So this is an action box. Again, the action box is under logic and actions. And from here, you don't have to worry about the tags if you're building it, but the notify assignees is where you're going to get set up an email notification of this lead. So we basically typed in this notification text, and when it gets sent to you, it gets sent as in an email format, and all these system fields and custom user fields are being replaced with the data that has been just collected. So you have their full name from Facebook, you have their phone that they just entered, and then you have their, the moving time, price range, all that stuff is going to be replaced with what they clicked on in the chatbot. And the way to set that up is these brackets right here. So if you type in phone and then you want to connect the phone, basically you would just type in phone in the brackets and search. And right here under systems fields, you have phone. Same with rental city, rental lease. So however you named those custom user fields for the data that was just collected, you can click on it and it'll send you whatever was entered in an email right there. So after that action box, after that notification, they receive the final message, which is basically, thank you for entering your information. Please confirm that this is correct. Again, we use these brackets to add the user fields, the custom user fields inside here so that they would see the rental time that they entered, the rental price that they entered, the minimum bedrooms, the bathrooms, city, and lease that they entered. If they didn't, if they entered something incorrect, they can click that start over quick reply. And basically the quick reply will go back to the beginning of this message, and it'll say, okay, when you look into rent, and it'll go back through the questions. And then the last thing are the that you can add buttons. So what we have set up is call an agent now, buy or sell a home, and more options. These go to other flows that we have created inside of the Real Estate Bot template. But you can connect them to whatever you like. You can, just give them your phone number. You can create your own home buyer flow. You can watch a video on our channel on how to do that. And maybe you have a link to your scheduling calendar, again, like we just mentioned. So those buttons are all, you can basically write it however you want. When you are done editing, you're always, of course, you're going to want to preview it. You're going to want to publish it. And then you're going to want to get it to people. So the way that you get it to people is, again, anybody who interacts inside of Messenger. But with we use keywords to connect into Facebook ads. I'll show you that in another video on the channel. You can add direct links. You can add QR codes. So if I just hit that QR code button right there, it'll automatically create a QR code that you can print off and scan and send out to people. If you want to put it on a postcard or however you're promoting this, they can scan that QR code. And then also with a Messenger ref URL, it just creates a direct link to that flow. So you're sending out a text or an email or whatever, and you have that link inside of your email. They click on that link and it'll open up Messenger and the rental flow to be connected. And that's pretty much it for the rental flow. That's how you set it up, how it's used. Again, we like to push people to, home buying options. So we hope that they go through the buy or sell a home option, and then they have the option to click on the buy buy a home qualification flow, sell a home qualification flow. That's like the beauty of the chatbot, is you can keep directing them to different things and getting them further down the pipeline of becoming a home buyer or home seller or client that works with you. If you guys have any questions about how this rental flow works or anything like that, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. If this was helpful, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more training and videos like this. Thanks.